Before I let you go, I got to ask you about a fellow resident of Washington State, Howard Schultz. Last night, you told my friend Chris Matthews you thought his independent candidacy, potential one, was a dangerous idea. I understand, Chris. What makes it dangerous?
Well, I saw what misguided efforts can do. We saw Ralph Nader in a misguided effort caused the presidency of George Bush to take place. There's no question.
Is that Ralph Nader's fault or is that Al Gore's fault? I mean, isn't it
Ralph
incumbent?
Nader's fault.
But isn't it incumbent on the nominee that lost the vote to go win the vote? I mean, that's all. I just think at the end of the day, we're a marketplace of ideas.
We shouldn't be a marketplace of disaster. Howard Schultz has had a nice legacy of business accomplishment, but it will be a bitter cup in a dark legacy if he gives us another 4 years of Donald Trump. And that is the only possible result. There is no chance for Howard Schultz, or anyone else for this matter, to win an independent campaign for the presidency. All it can do is embolden Donald Trump. And if you want any proof of that, look at Donald Trump, who effectively has said he wants Howard Schultz to run. So this would be an enormous mistake, a blot on what otherwise has been a productive legacy for Howard Schultz, and he should not do it. And I'm not the only voice in this regard. Now, you ask what can happen. We got the Iraq war because of a third-party independent candidate. I was so opposed to that war, and I still meet the victims of that war today. So you can mark me down as viscerally, intellectually, and totally opposed to this misguided effort.
Hello, YouTubers. If you're watching this, it means you've checked out our channel, so thank you. Now do me a favor, subscribe by clicking on that button down there. Click on any of the videos to watch the latest interviews and highlights from MTP Daily and MSNBC. You can get more Beat the Press content every morning in the First Read newsletter. If you're tired of content that you don't know anything about where it came from, you don't have to have that problem with us. NBC News, MSNBC, MTP, and the Meet the Press mindset right here for you on YouTube. Subscribe now.